Hello and welcome back to Dragon Quest XI as 2D Definitive Edition. We're about to go up here. 2D version, by the way. I thought this was going to be a whole area. That's why I said we would do it next episode, but it was not. It was just an area with more monsters. Eh? Where is this? Angri-La? We must get permission to go up higher. A temple on top of the mountains. What connection could a place like this have to the luminary? It certainly benefits from divine protection of some kind. Yggdrasil fell to earth not far from here, yet the temple buildings escape entirely unscathed. I know that face. That man is a knight of Heliodor. What is happening? What in the... These movements must be intended to confuse us. Be on your guard. They may attack from any angle. Enough, all of you. Is this how we treat visitors? As your High Lama, I order you to stand down. Your Holiness, these people are not visitors. They are soldiers of Heliodor. We cannot be sure of their intentions. Soldiers of Heliodor, you say? The tall one, perhaps, but his young friend does not look like a military man to me. I sense a great power within you. Tell me, young man, are you the luminary?
Yes, senor.
Incredible. He divined your true identity with a single glance. How long we have waited for this day? Please, you must forgive my disciples' discourtesy. Please, you must forgive my disciples' discourtesy. Their training is incomplete. Welcome to Angri-La, honored luminary. It would please me if you would join me in the high hall at the top of the temple. We have much to discuss. A strange child, but remarkably perceptive for one so young. There is more to him than meets the eye, that much is certain. Well, we have come this far. We might as well make our way to this high hall of theirs to see what he has to say.
Welcome to Angri-La. You are the luminary, you're not the one who we have waited for these years. His Holiness told us that you had come. How long we have looked forward to this day. Pray stay and talk a while before you proceed to the High Hall. Everyone is eager to meet you at last.
Alright, so let's go explore.
I welcome, luminary. We have been waiting for your arrival for many years.
Didn't I just see you downstairs? You've already said this to me. Here in the Temple of Angri-La, disciples undergo the most arduous training imaginable in order to draw out their latent spiritual powers. Before the mountain path was barricaded by the Heliodorian army, would-be heroes would come here from all over Erdrea in the hope of learning the secrets of our strength. Cool. Does this just go back down here? What's the point of that? So I don't know, are we supposed to be going up there or in here? Another mini medal.
Howdy, honey. What brings you here? Me? I was moseying around, minding my own business when I found myself smack dab in the middle of a gang of red-eyed monsters fixing to eat me up. If it hadn't been for a couple of kindly disciples coming to rescue me, I'd have been torn into itty-bitty bits. These fellas sure are strong and fast. You should have seen them wail on them vermins. Quick as I'll get out. Guess all this training really does pay off.
Okay.
It won't be long until I have a new lease on life as a lovely young lady. I'll be nice to you, I promise. I mean, it doesn't look like you have much luck with the ladies, so you probably need all the help you can get. We'll have some fun together, you'll see.
You look like a man.
Whether one emerges from battle in triumph or defeat depends not on one's skill with a sword but one's magical might, but upon one's will to win. No matter how powerful one's opponent, one must clear one's mind of all doubt and devote oneself entirely to overcoming the challenges they present. This is the first teaching of Angri-La. We disciples train day after day to master this mindset.
For some reason, I can never not read the word disciples for the life of me.
Angri-La is home to a society of monks who spend all their time training to be extra strong and clear. Are you here to train too?
Yes.
I knew it! You should go up to the Field of Discipline. That's the name of our famous training ground. Best sorcerers in history train there, you know?
Okay, let me read your books. Can you move out of the way? On the nature of the knotty stick. The Grandmaster of Angri-La wields a mighty weapon whose name echoes through the ages. I speak not of the waver cutter's scimitar, nor of the staff of torn clouds. No, I speak of the knotty stick. The origins of this legendary tool of instruction could be traced back to the very founding of Angri-La. It is said that the stick itself chose the very first Grandmaster. Some believe that it was carved from a branch of Dundrazil, and that even a dragon could not break it, though it tried all its might. The Cortes is best known for its use in punishing young monks for lapses of focus. The pain it inflicts is rumored to be so severe that acolytes fear that their very soul will be spanked from their bodies. So it's a spank rod. Can you move, little girl? I need a naughty stick for that little girl.
Well, this is the first I ever seen you before. Tell me, are you Prince of Dundrazil? I thought as much. You remind me of my old friend. Your eyes were just like his.
Your old friend Rab? Should we save? I guess so. Just in case there's a power out or something stupid happens.
His Holiness has the power to sense a person's true nature with a single glance. This is why the Grandmaster chose him to be the new High Lama and spiritual seers. In spite of his years, some of our less entitled
Disciples. Why do we keep wanting to say disciplines when disciples comes up?
resented being ruled over by a boy at first, but he was proved himself to be a wise and able leader and gained admiration of all.
Okay. Let's see what these steps lead to. I just saw a load of disciples racing into the High Hall. His Holiness must have summoned them. I've never seen them so excited before. I wonder what's going on.
The luminary has finally arrived. Ah, what an auspicious day this is. I must prepare a banquet to celebrate.
Welcome, Luminary. This is the High Hall of Angri-La. His Holiness awaits you within. But I'm not done exploring. I can't get to a town and not explore. I want to see. Must be the inn. The bank. I don't want to read this book. No. No. Didn't I just read this? Are these both the same bookshelf? Anyway. I want to see what items we need to make the dragon items we just got. Because that sounds fun to have dragon-y items. Dragon mail. Ooh, we have enough to make a dragon mail. We probably won't have enough to make a dragon shield by the time we make the dragon mail. A Rimfang. What is that? A sword specifically designed for hunting down dragons. I don't think we're going to be fighting dragons soon. These things are good for us. Both. But mostly me. I can't hold a shield though because I have a great sword. I wouldn't bank that for myself. Well, let's make at least one dragon mail. Alrighty, let's lightning bash this. And let us regular bash this. And let us... Why does the critical hit move magic back a bit? Makes no sense. We're gonna double whammy this one. We're gonna triple whammy this one. And we're gonna double whammy this one. And that's it. Ooh, looks like the Jolly Green Giant suit. Can I make another one? I don't think I have enough stuff for that. But what did it need? Why did it go back here? It wasn't finished. Oh, I don't remember what. Yeah, we don't have any Dragonhide or Mithril ore. Sorry, Hendrik. So can he use what I was using? Is that better than his? What was I using? Full plate armor. No. Do we have any good armor? Hairy vest. See my vest. See my vest. Made of real gorilla chest. Anything better than we have for this guy? Yeah, a malleable mask is better, and a Mercury's bandana. Alright. Alright, I guess it's time. Wait, we didn't go down. Is this different? Oh, we've already gone back. Did we? I'm confused as to where we are. Let's go talk to this guy. I welcome you once again to Angri-La, honored luminary. As I believe you know, it is my privilege to serve as High Lama of this most sacred temple. I am to address you as Your Holiness, correct? Might I ask what you and your people know of my... Oh, this is Hendrik talking. I am to address you as Your Holiness, correct? Might I ask what you and your people know of my companion? Why, everything, of course. We have awaited this coming ever since the day he entered the world in the castle of Dundrazil. Waiting for him? What do you mean? I mean exactly what I said, nothing more. Tell me, do you recognize the symbol on this banner? It is the Emblem of Dundrazil. Since the ages of heroes, the princes of that nation have come here to train with us for 6 years of their youth. Your young friend was born a prince of Dundrazil, thus we do expect him to come here as a boy and study under the great Grandmaster Pang. Sadly, that was not to be. Though if fate had been kinder, you would have spent a good part of your childhood here. What of this tutor, this Grandmaster Pang you speak of? When the Lord of Shadows brought the world tree low, the master set out to summon a magical mandala to protect the temple from destruction. The spell succeeded, but its power was too great. The great Grandmaster Pang did not return. A noble sacrifice indeed. Now that the master is gone, it falls to me to guide you. Come to the field of discipline. It lies behind the hall. There is something you must see. It is a shame that the Grandmaster cannot be here. I would have liked to meet one so noble. Come, let us see what His Holiness has in store. What's downstairs? Or upstairs? Am I supposed to be going upstairs? I don't know. Yes, your friend was chosen to be High Lama. Get it.
Welcome, Luminary. This is the Grandmaster's chamber. It is where Grandmaster Pang herself resides until the fateful day. It is also where you would have awoken each morning if you had come here when you were a child and trained with us as you were supposed to.
Wow, sorry. I don't want to read this book. No, I read it again. They got soup on. Alright, let's continue the story and stop lollygagging. Wally doesn't like to gag.
Welcome, Prince of Dundrazil, to the field of discipline, where your ancestors trained to become mighty warriors and wise rulers. The High Lama awaits you within.
Beyond these doors lies a field of discipline where students of Angri-La strive for enlightenment. Before we tread upon this hallowed ground, let me tell you a little of our history and of the luminary of legend himself, Erdwin. Before setting out to defeat the Dark One, Erdwin came to our temple to learn from the wise ones who had made their home here even then. The first Grandmaster, Yi, accepted him as a disciple and trained him in the secrets of spiritual realization. But he did not train alone. During his time here, he met someone who would change his fate forever.
Who was that person?
Another of Yi's disciples, a young mage whose talent outshone that of all who had come before, a man named Morkant. Edwin and Morkant would train together every day, each striving to outstrip the other. Though they were fierce rivals, they became firm friends. When their training was complete, Morkant joined with Erdwin in his journey and his quest to slay the Dark One. Without Morkant's magic, he might never have prevailed. Before setting out, they carved an inscription into the stone, a pledge of eternal friendship. It has been a treasure of ours ever since.
Morkant, I have not heard that name before.
Now allow me to show you to the field of discipline, if you would be so good as to follow me. Welcome to the field of discipline. Since the age of heroes, many a would-be warrior has spilt sweat and blood upon these flagstones. Your karma had been different. This is where you would have trained under Grandmaster Pang, like all the princes of Dundrazil before you. I have brought you here so that you might stand in the footsteps of your ancestors, an unbroken line leading all the way back to the age of heroes. Even your grandfather, Lord Robert, completed his training here. The memory of his achievements shall live long to the temple's memory. His achievements? Pang was a harsh master. With this implement, disciples whose efforts were lacking were given motivation directly to their fundamental. It became known as the Naughty Stick. During the course of his 6 years of tuition, your grandfather's right honorable posterior was paddled an unprecedented 10,000 times. The tale of Lord Robert's road to enlightenment lives on to this day. Every disciple knows that he must focus at all times, lest he face the same fate.
A legendary achievement indeed.
You are worried for your grandfather, yes? Do not be. Lord Robert overcame every challenge set for him by the Grandmaster and emerged stronger every time. The fall of the World Tree would not have been enough to extinguish one so resilient. He is alive, I sense it. Tonight, there will be a modest feast in the High Hall to celebrate your long-awaited arrival. We would be greatly honored if you would join us. We may not be able to aid you as we have done. We may not be able to aid you as we would have done were Master Pang still with us, but in this respect at least we can provide. That night the High Lama holds a banquet in Hugh's honor. The long-suffering disciples are overjoyed to have an evening's respite from their training and eat, drink, and dance till the early hours. Then morning comes.
Awake at last, It is high time we were on our way. If the Grandmaster was still alive, perhaps we might have learned something to help us in our fight against the Lord of Shadows. Sadly, it was not to be.
Sure, it wasn't.
Get out of my way! I'm going back in here. I don't care. This is where Rab was. I know it.
He's got to be here somewhere.
This dance may look simple, but it may take many years of training to perform it precisely and rhythmically. Only when I can keep dancing the whole day through will I finally be able to proceed to the next stage of my training, but my arms feel like they are going to fall off already.
Okay. Good for you.
And the hermit? What news of him?
Forgive us, Your Holiness. The monsters on the mountain path were too strong. We were unable to reach him.
I see.
Your Holiness.
Your Holiness, is there a problem? Yes, Sir Hendrik, I fear there is. You see, 2 weeks ago a hermit visited us unannounced, then just as suddenly departed for the top of the mountain. Alone? Whatever for? That I do not know. The moment he heard that Master Pang had passed away, he ran from the temple. He was last seen climbing the path to the summit. The mountain has become infested with monsters, emboldened and strengthened by the rise of the Lord of Shadows. It is a perilous place indeed. This being so, I dispatched a group of disciples to return him to safety. As you can see, things did not go quite as planned. I have trained all my life for a moment such as this, and yet I have failed in my first true test. I have brought shame upon Angri-La. Might we be able to offer some assistance? I thank you for your kindness, but you are guests here. I cannot ask you to undertake such a dangerous task. A knight of Heliodor does not abandon an innocent in need. These people have shown us great kindness. It is only right that we do them kindness in return. What would you not agree? Thank you from the bottom of my heart, but I cannot allow you to bear this burden alone. I shall come with you. We must depart for the summit of Mount Penglai without delay. Once we pass through the cave to the south of Angri-La, we should see a sign indicating the place which we will begin our ascent. Yeah, I already seen it. Can I press buttons? Did it freeze? Am I getting that Xbox drift that they were talking about? What's happening? I was having this trouble earlier too. I'm using a different controller because my batteries are running out of the other controller. Is that why this happened? The newer controllers do drift. Or disconnect, not drift. Meanwhile, back in the Cave of Wonders, we need to get a dragon and fly over these rocks. Oh, dragon ride, just what we needed. Well, I mean, we already didn't really need it. We already went over the hole. Ooh, a chest. It's a sorcerer's ring. What does that do? What's more defense and magic power? That's good. I want that. Wait. Oh, that is the prayer ring. Where's the sorcerer's ring? It doesn't increase my defense with this one, but it increases my... What about Hendrik? Token of fealty. I think we'll give it to him. One of these rock bombs, sometimes they're so strong and sometimes they're not. In the same fight, multiple different bomb rocks. Here we are. The white place.
Obtain a Grandmaster garment. Ooh, what does this do? I just made this for me, though. Where is it? Can I not put this on? Where does it go? Is it a thing? What is it? Whatever. It seems we're too late. Is this the hermit we came in search of? Unfortunately so. He was in deep meditation when he breathed his last. I am glad at least that he was prepared to meet his fate. That posture, it is awful. Uniquely awful. I know it from somewhere. Incredible. Issue 1 of the Ogler's Digest and in mint condition. What are these people's obsession with porn mags? Indeed, it seems our friend here made his peace with the world before departing. This at least is some small solace. Amen. Now let me steal his porn magazine. But this is one of the royal treasures of Dundrazil. Why would a lowly hermit have such a... By the skies, can it really be? Lord Robert? Your grandfather was Master Pang's most fervent disciple. Can we have chosen to follow his mentor to the next life? Perhaps. No, he's still breathing. What? His spirit hovers in the place between life and death. It is only a matter of time before he passes the point of no return. But there may yet be a way to save him. If you were to follow him into the void, you might be able to bring him back. But how? Is that even possible? The ancient teachings tell us that the summit of Master Pang Lai stands at the crossroads between the world and the next. If you will permit me, I can perform an ancient rite that will send you to the place between worlds. It is not a decision to be made lightly. Once that place is entered, there is no guarantee of return. Well, will you take that chance? Will you visit the void and bring Lord Roberts back to us? I don't know, guys. Should we? Very well, I will prepare for the ritual. Tell me when you are ready and we will begin. Alright, but we'll do that in the next episode. So remember to like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, and ring that bell. And in the next episode, we will go into the void and get Lord Robert and his porn mag back to safety. See you guys then. Bye!